Hey everybody, how you doing here? Welcome to Glory Days. Can I get you some shrimp zingers? Huh? Some zesty zappers? How about some fajita flingers, everybody?
Dude, I used to fucking wait tables at this place called Glory Days, and I started in Stone Ridge, Virginia, which is in Loudoun County. Like, if anybody gives a fuck whatsoever, it's in Loudoun County, Virginia, wealthiest county in the country, everybody, just so you know. And it's kind of like near Manassas and Leesburg. Anyways, dude, I've worked like every job in a restaurant except I've never managed, and I've never been a bartender, and I've never been a that's it. No, I've been a cook, line cook. I've been a prep cook. I've been a salad tosser. I was the little salad boy for a long time. I've got my black belt in salad tossing, everybody, just so you know. So watch out. Clear the streets. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm ridiculous, man. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. I was just kind of reminiscing about, like, just being a fucking servant at a restaurant, man. It sucked ass. Now, like, in Virginia, in the states where I'm from, the base salary for a restaurant server, not a waiter, not a waitress, a server, everybody, let's be on an even playing field, was $2.13 an hour. But when I got my paycheck, it was literally a $0 paycheck, which made me want to like smack my manager. Like, why even hand me a paycheck? You're giving me a check that has no fucking money on it, you idiot. Why would I want this? Now, I guess for tax purposes, but what kind of fucking idiot pays taxes on no money? What kind of idiot pays taxes on no, like, you? That's the reason you made no money in the first place. So why the hell would I want? Oh my god. Anyways, God, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh my god, I'm so pissed thinking of. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna kill myself. God. So, and I would recall, like, you gotta do the fucking birthday song. And at the time, I was swole as fuck. I was all jacked, so I'm like the jacked waiter. I'm going up to the tables, like, going up to this. I remember this kid. There was this young boy, and I used to do this thing where I would take the salt shaker and I would unscrew the top, so when people poured their salt, they, like, the whole like all the contents of the salt shaker would pour on the food. And I did this, and it was the kid's birthday. I didn't know it was his birthday. I did it, and then they came in. I had no idea beforehand. I mean, fuck him, whatever. But so he puts it on his food, and naturally all the salt goes on. He starts crying, and I'm not gonna lie, I found myself so unhappy at the job that I got some sort of satisfaction out of watching this little boy's meal be ruined right in front of his eyes, right in front of his family's eyes. Like, I got this kind of primal, like, I was gloating, like I was glad that he was pissed. It was awesome. That is how much I hated my job, dude. So I remember I used to drive like 45 minutes to an hour there, like, just to get there and then go home. And when I would go home every night, I would buy beer, and then I would drink beer on the way home, because I drove through the countryside and there was literally nobody for like an hour. It was awesome. I actually kind of miss those days. I would just listen to, like, Lamb of God and drink beer and get kind of tipsy in my. Now granted, it's stupid to do. It's fucking retarded, but I used to drink a lot, actually. So now I'm straight edge, guys. Yeah, so, and then I remember I just went in there one day, and it was right before Christmas, and the manager, her name was Kat, and she was in the kitchen yelling at everybody, just barking orders, and I was just like, you know what, man, I'm not trying to deal with this bullshit today. Fuck this shit. So what I did is I just ate my meal before I started, and she thought I was gonna work, because like I always went in there and ate before my shift, and then I just ate, and then I just walked out. I just left. I never said anything back to any of them, and they, like, she was calling me and stuff, but the reason I blew my job up was because I wasn't, because I got no respect there, man. None of the managers respected me. Like, every time I tried to cash out, which means when you take all your money and you're trying to deduct everything for your tips, like, they would blow me to the side and get everybody else before me. Even if I finished my shift first, man, I totally got fucked with at that job, and it's like, it was obvious I had no friends there at all. People there didn't like me. They thought I was very cocky and arrogant and shit. Just because I was in good physical condition. and I was clean cut and I was better looking than them and I was better built. I was clearly the alpha male who didn't have like a power status, but I was the alpha male, and they knew that, and they didn't like me for it. They thought I was a dick just because of how I look. So, and I get that here too. I mean, honestly, it's fine. Like, I'd rather people think that I'm this asshole than think I'm this wonderful guy and be a total fucking douche. So, anyways, I'm gonna give a shout out.
Couple of shout-outs here to a gentleman named Michael Skinner.
What's up, Mike? This guy sends me a message a few days ago with his new show on it. It's called The Order of Things. And listen, since I've been doing this No Joke Howard channel and I've been putting myself out there online, a lot of people have sent me their podcast or their YouTube channel or their show or whatever it is, and I never find them to be entertaining. I never find them to be interesting. And Michael, put down the gun, sir. Put down the gun. I'm not talking about you. Relax. I'm talking about these other motherfuckers who have been sending me their shit. And it sucks, man. It's boring. It lacks flavor. It lacks substance. It just doesn't interest me. It doesn't, like, I would never want to listen to the shit. So, but I could tell with this guy, Michael, and his friend who did the podcast together called The Order of Things, that it seemed like if they just keep doing it and they're consistent and they don't give up or whatever, like they keep doing it bi-weekly, like once a week or whatever it is, like whatever kind of frequency they want to do, I suggest that they stick with it and they keep just showing up. You just got to show up, right? And if you show up, then at least you got most of the work done right there. Because honestly, like, that's the hardest part of doing anything. Like, whether it's me doing my artwork, whether it's advertising my business, getting a workout in, doing this show, doing my YouTube videos, I just, like, a lot of times I don't want to do it. I'm not going to lie. I just don't feel like it. I would just rather just stare at the fucking wall and think about why I can be sad. And, yeah, I just have to do it. And then once you get there and you're right in front of your notepad or your fucking cell phone or whatever it is you're going to use to record your show or do your video, then half the work's done right there, man. You just have to go. So shout out to Michael. Keep plugging away, dude. It's awesome to know that I can have an impact on people, and that, yeah. Now don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that I'm fucking awesome or whatever. I'm just saying that there are people that I've had somewhat of an influence on, whether it's like starting a show or a channel or whatever on YouTube, or traveling the world, saying fuck you to their boss, leaving their boyfriend or girlfriend because they're not actually appreciated or actually loved by that person, and basically letting people know that they deserve to be happy as well, and they deserve to say fuck you to the people who hold them down, and at least take an honest stab at freedom, I guess. So, also, I want to give a shout out to a gentleman by the name of Jamel. Jamel, you know who you are. I know who you are. Alright, so when you're coming out here shortly, I expect you to be a special guest on my show, sir. There's a lot of people I want on my show. You're one of them. I think we would have an excellent conversation, so I am calling you out, not to fight, relax. I am calling you out to be on my show. I'd like you to have a seat, sir, and let's have a good conversation. I think you and I talk about some badass shit, so I am publicly stating that there are people that I would like on my show. If I find you to be interesting, I will invite you. And also, feel free to ask me, but if I say no, well, then I say no. Whatever, man. Anyways, shout out to Jamel. You're a cool guy. And I guess that's it. So, let me see what time I got here. I am at about 10 minutes. So today is January 2nd. It's my mother's birthday. Shout out to my mommy. And I'm going to take her out this evening. We're going to get some Mexican food here in Phnom Penh. This place called Taqueria. Terrible Spanish pronunciation. Taqueria de Corona. I don't know what Corona means, but it's like the taco shop of something. The taco shop of Corona. And we're going to go there. It's pretty good.
Mi pantalones es muy guapo, es bonito, y mi zapato es muy guapo, sí, ¿por qué?
That's my Spanish. I used to speak a little bit back in the States. It came in handy there, but now it does not come in handy whatsoever. So Happy New Year to everybody. I watched UFC 207 this weekend, and I know some people want to hear me talk about UFC 207. I got a few emails about it, actually. So I'll go ahead and talk about it. Yeah, so I watched UFC 207, and obviously I was happy to watch it, as always. And here in Cambodia, I just watch Fox Sports 1. So they only show the main card. So I don't see the preliminary fights. I don't see who fights before the main card. So I watched 5 fights. I watched the first one was Ray Borg versus Louis Smolka, and Louis Smolka is a Hawaiian gentleman, whereas the Taz Mexican Devil Ray Borg, he comes in there and he just manhandles Louis Smolka. I mean, it was a flyweight division, and the flyweight division is the lightest weight division for male fighters, for male MMA fighters, and that's 125 pounds. I'm not sure what that is in kilos, but it's pretty fucking small. It's probably like 60 kilos or something like that. And yeah, man. So Ray Borg is just throwing bombs on the feet, taking him down. I mean, just completely controlling the entire fight. So I definitely want to see him fight for the title. I think that he should fight somebody good. I think that Mighty Mouse, for those of you who don't know, his real name is Demetrius Johnson, but he goes by Mighty Mouse. That's his fight name, and he's the flyweight champion of the world. He's the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, and for good reason, too. But I feel like after he just smashed him, well, he didn't just smash Tim Elliott. He fought Tim Elliott like a few weeks ago, and actually Tim Elliott gave him a run for his money. So, but I would like to see a guy of his level fight better competition. I think that Mighty Mouse should move up to bantamweight personally and fight slightly bigger guys. The only loss in his entire career was when he fought Dominique Cruz at bantamweight. And then so he goes down to 125, but he's scared to come back up to 135. I think if he's the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, he needs to get his ass back up 10 more pounds in a weight class and use his technique and his speed there too. And not just that, but his intelligence. He's very intelligent as well. So I think that as a real fighter, then he's got to do that to be the best pound for pound. And again, I feel like the flyweight competition, I mean, he smoked Joseph Benavidez. He smoked Henry Cejudo. He beat Tim Elliott. Like, who else left? Like, what other flyweights are there except for Ray Borg? I feel like he should, I guess, maybe fight Ray Borg. But I feel like he's going to beat Ray Borg, and I think that if he did, or even if he lost, I think that either way, like as a fan, I would like to see him go to 135. I would. I think that he would look good there, and I think that he wouldn't even have to cut any weight whatsoever. He might not even have to cut weight to make 125, but he'd for sure be one of the faster, more skilled guys. Like, could you imagine him versus TJ Dillashaw? Like, Mighty Mouse versus Dillashaw, Mighty Mouse versus Cody Garbrandt, Mighty Mouse versus maybe John Lineker, but John Lineker just lost. Any one of those top bantamweight guys, I think would be an awesome fight. So then it was Dun Young Kim and what's his name, Tarek Saffiedine, dude. Honestly, that was easily the most boring fucking fight of the card. I cannot stand a fight where motherfuckers don't go for it, man. Now, like, I've actually been a fighter. I've actually stepped in the ring. I've been in street fights. I fought in the ring. So I have a little bit of leeway to say that. And every fight I've had, I always push the pace. I'm trying to knock you out every minute of the fight. I'm trying to hurt you constantly. All right? I don't respect it when these guys call themselves professional fighters and they get in this cage and they're just trying to score points. They're just trying to get the win. They're not trying to finish anybody. They're not trying to hurt anybody. They're not trying to use all their real skills and power and technique to destroy. Like, yeah, I just don't respect it. I like, especially as a fan. I get it as a fighter. You're trying to play it safe and preserve your body, but also as a fighter, it's your job to take that other person out without any kind of like hesitation. You don't humanize your opponent. You just take them out. Like, that's the mentality. And I was very, very disappointed with that fight. I was very disappointed with Tarek Saffiedine. I'm not impressed.
I was not impressed by his performance.
Honestly, I just wasn't. Dun Young Kim looked good. I guess he won, but either way, I just thought it was a lackluster fight. Both guys were not trying to push any kind of pace. I wasn't impressed. And I just found myself kind of zoning out when I watched the fight. So I'm definitely not excited to see Dun Yun Kim fight again. I'm definitely not excited to see Tarek Safin fight again. But Ray Borg in the fight before, I definitely would watch him again. Because he's actually a guy who tries to win the fight. You know, or not just win, but tries to finish the fight, rather. And then the fight started getting good, okay? So I watched Dillashaw versus John Lineker, and that fight, when they were standing across the octagon, Bruce Buffer was like, "It's time, Durkadur," when he's doing his thing. When I was looking at John Lineker staring down Dillashaw from across the octagon, I started getting butterflies in my stomach because I'm a John Lineker fan and a Dillashaw fan. Don't get me wrong. I was kind of, it's like, I hate to say this, like, it's not that I want to see Dillashaw get hurt, but I was kind of going for John Lineker just because everybody kind of thought Dillashaw was going to win. So I guess I kind of go for the underdog. But dude, Dillashaw is ridiculous. Like, Dillashaw won me over again, just even more by his incredible movement, his unpredictability. Like, he is a legitimately talented guy, an athlete, a fighter, whatever. And you know, he's one of those guys that's I mean, not just him, one of them, like John Jones, Dominique Cruz, Mighty Mouse, Conor McGregor, I think, you know, TJ Dillashaw, they're all guys who they're great athletes and great fighters at the same time. Like, there's certain guys who are just good athletes, just good fighters, but these guys are hybrids of both, I think, and it's really, really awesome to watch, and it shows. Against a guy like John Lineker, man, you got to be careful, but with the way Dillashaw moves, like, he just kept cutting angles and popping them from angles and catching them from all these awkward angles, and positions, and he just kept taking them down. And John Lineker was starting to get tentative on his hooks, because he kind of bum rushes people like Vanderlei Silva does. He just comes in with heavy bombs, and granted, it works. Like, it works against most guys he's fought. He has a great chin. But the thing about guys who have a great chin is that they usually have a great chin, you know, for a while. Like guys like Chuck Liddell, guys like who else? Like you can listen to Nate Diaz talk, you can listen to Nick Diaz talk, and let's be honest, like, the Diaz brothers are my favorite fighters to ever walk the planet. They're just some of my favorite people, but those guys are a little punch drunk, man. Let's just be honest. And when you're a fighter who has that press forward kind of you know, and I just said myself that's kind of my style too. Like, I press forward and I try to push the action. Like I myself, if I stuck with fighting for years and years and years and years, and I didn't change my style or become better at. Now, granted, when I was a fighter, I didn't really take any head damage at all, except for when I did get my jaw broken once in a fight, but that was literally the only head damage I took. Like, all the other damage I took was to my broken hand and then to my leg when I got it kicked a few times. That was it. So I was pretty good at pushing the pace and not getting hit, but I'm sure once I would have kept fighting, then I would have faced better competition. I would have faced better, more dangerous opponents. And I probably, you know, could have got cracked pretty good, potentially, and I could have ended up getting punch drunk after a while, man. And that's not something that I want, so I want to keep my pretty face, and, you know, I want to be able to talk clearly, you know, when I'm an older guy, so I don't really miss fighting, to be honest, man. Like, I like training people, and I like the actual practice of it, and I like to know how to defend myself, but, like, to be a professional fighter, man, is a ridiculous thing. It's, I mean, not ridiculous like stupid, just ridiculous as in incredibly ballsy and bold to have that kind of lifestyle, and especially at the level of these UFC people, these UFC fighters, you know. But yeah, guys like John Lineker, like, they have this they're able to absorb punishment and take all these punches, but what happens is they start to rely on that, and then after a while, their chin gets weaker and weaker, and then they start just getting knocked out. Like, you started to see that happen to a guy like this guy Chuck Liddell, who's like a pioneer of MMA, but back in the day, he used to just get inside, brawl, throw heavy bombs, and land on your face until you were knocked out. And it worked for him for a long ass time. Like, he was the reigning champion, like, he was the face of UFC for a long time. And then he just started taking too many punches to the face, and then you saw what happened when he fought, who was it? Who did he get knocked the fuck out by, like, really badly at first? Was it Quentin Jackson? Or it might have been Rashad Evans. It was one of those guys. I don't even know, actually, but I know he got knocked out really badly by Quentin Jackson, by Rich Franklin, by Rashad Evans. Dude, Rashad Evans just cleaned his clock, man. Like, that was a career changer. When Rashad Evans landed that right hook to his jaw, like, so flush, and Chuck Liddell just was completely out. I mean, like, that was a career change. That was a life-changing moment, really, man. So, John Lineker, in my opinion, is going to have to change up his style and be a little bit better at avoiding getting punched in the face or kicked or whatever it is, you know, because I feel like he's gotten too comfortable with that bull style, and TJ Dillashaw was like the matador in that fight. So I think even Joe Rogan said that shit. It was like the classic bull versus matador scenario, which is very accurate. So TJ Dillashaw looks stunning, and I guess, I mean, like, he would have to be next in line for a title shot. You know, with a performance like that, and he's smoked. He's done very well, man. He's had an amazing career in the UFC, dude. He's been a top bantamweight since he's been in the UFC, essentially. So I'm excited to see him fight again. And if he's gonna fight anybody, it's got to be Cody Garbrandt. I mean, Cody Garbrandt versus Dominic Cruz was the next fight. That was a title fight for the bantamweight belt. And I gotta say, dude, Cody Garbrandt, that was a jaw-dropping performance by him, dude. He's undefeated champion. He had in my opinion, he had a flawless performance. I mean, he didn't get dropped. From what I can remember, he didn't get taken down at all. I could be wrong, maybe he did, but he stayed on the feet like pretty much the whole entire time. He dropped Dominic Cruz how many times in the fight? Like 5 times? Especially, what was it, the second round, right? I totally forget what round it was. I was kind of in the moment there. But, yeah, he dropped him like 5-6 times, I believe, throughout the 5-round fight. And, dude, he was just clowning Dominic Cruz, man. Like, if you guys watched it, he was totally just clowning him and taunting him. He was embarrassing him. And Dominic Cruz just was desperately trying to win. Like, the thing about Dominic Cruz's style that I like is obviously his, him being unorthodox, the fact that he's quick and he's hard to hit and he's kind of like fun to watch and he's kind of unpredictable. But the thing I don't like about him is the fact that his style, it's like, while it's flashy and it's interesting to watch, it's not designed to finish his opponents. Like, the only guy I think he's ever finished, I mean, I could be wrong again. I think the only guy that I've ever seen him finish has been Mitsugaki, which was the first fight he had after his injury when he came back to the UFC like a couple years ago. He fought Takeya Mitsugaki, which Cody Garbrandt fought him too after and knocked him out as well. But Cruz finished Mitsugaki in the first round. I believe that is the only time he ever finished one of his opponents. He always wins by decision. Now, granted, again, he's a great guy to watch, but that's something that I just find annoying about him is that he's so flashy, but he seemed to finish anybody. Which I like it when fighters can finish their opponent. Like, that's exciting as fuck, and that's what I would want to do to my opponent if I was a fighter, like knock guys out like Cody Garbrandt does. So Dominic Cruz came into that fight very sure of himself. He came in very confident. And I don't feel like he had any kind of respect for Garbrandt's skill. And to be fair, in a lot of Garbrandt's last performances before this fight, he's like he just came in with heavy guns and just started pulling the trigger and knocked guys out. So the only side that we'd ever really seen of Cody Garbrandt was just his, because all of his fights pretty much end in the first round by knockout. So we don't really know, like, can this guy go into the 3rd or 4th round or the 5th round? Can he wrestle? Can he grapple? Can he submit guys? Can he, can he endure? Can he endure the time? Can he endure like the war, the battle? And it showed that he could, because he went 5 rounds with the best guy in the whole fucking, arguably one of the best fighters ever on the planet to ever live, and he made it look I mean, he made it look easy, to be honest. Like, he just made it look like I could go in there and beat Dominic Cruz. So, you know, Cody Garbrandt, like, an incredible job, man. I mean, he's obviously not listening. I know that, but fucking great job. And I'm excited to see him fight T.J. Dillashaw because I couldn't imagine like who else he would fight. Who else would fight for the belt? Would fight Cody Garbrandt for the belt? Yeah, I mean, besides T.J. Dillashaw, could be Dominic Cruz in a rematch, but I just couldn't imagine that because he just lost. Dillashaw just won. Spectacular performance by them both. So, anyways, man, that fight was great. It was obviously the fight of the night. I don't think Garbrandt was really in trouble the entire fight. I know he got his face busted up a little bit, but it's nothing. So, and then we had the main events. Oh boy, oh man, dude. Oh my God, that was just cringeworthy. That was fucking cringeworthy, dude. I mean, it was like I didn't. I feel kind of bad, like on a human level, trying to empathize with Ronda Rousey, like trying to put myself in her shoes. Like, how must have that have felt to have all that hype, all the fan support, just all the hype, I guess. It's all the media fucking promotion. Like, I talked about this, I think, in my last show, where it really annoyed me how the UFC media and the sports media make Ronda Rousey out to be like this poor victim. Like, oh my God, let's play this super dramatic music while she's hitting the punching bag in slow motion, while she's got this sad face on and she's looking at the ground, wrapping her hands up.
She's like, I'm tough, I can do it. I'm always a champion, I never lose, because losing is a mindset. It's a mindset.
You know, and I just didn't like how they were disregarding Amanda Nunes, which seemed to work to her advantage even. I mean, to Amanda Nunes' advantage. It took focus off her. And Amanda Nunes, it's also good to be her because she didn't have any pressure going into the fight. Like, I think the majority of people, maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of people wanted Ronda to win. A lot of people wanted Amanda to win. I personally wanted to see Amanda Nunes establish herself. Now, I was hoping for a better competition. Like, I was hoping for maybe a better fight, like something that would have me on the edge of my seat. But I guess I was for like only 40 seconds though. Dude, Amanda Nunes came in there and just didn't give any fuck. She went in there and she just started throwing bombs and landing. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like the first punch she landed, I could see in Ronda's face. She got wobbled, and Ronda's like, "Oh no, it's happening again. It's happening again. Fuck!" And then I think it just, like, she tried to get Amanda in the clinch. I saw she went for it, and Amanda just fucking ragdolled her, and was just throwing ones and twos and overhands and just popping her in the face. Like, every punch she threw just landed directly in Ronda's fucking face. And she couldn't take any more. Herb Dean stopped it. It was a good stoppage. I don't think Ronda needed any more of that. And Amanda Nunes, in my opinion, is the face of women's MMA now. I mean, Chris Cyborg. Well, let me talk about Chris Cyborg in a minute. I'm actually going to write that down. I want to talk about her real fast. Chris Cyborg. Make sure I don't forget about that. Amanda Nunes looked fucking amazing, dude. And I love watching her fight because she's obviously a female, but she goes in there to fuck you up. She's not one of these chicks that tries to win the fight by points, that goes in there and tries to hold a bitch down and, like, you know, put her in a neck crank and throw little punches and little cute little hammer fist at her. Like, she goes in there and hits you like a man and wants to beat you and finish you. You saw what she did to Miesha Tate. She murdered Miesha Tate. You saw what she did to Ronda Rousey. Imagine what she'd do to Holly Holm. Dude, I want to see... Okay, whoever wins Holly Holm versus whatever the fuck this chick's name is, like Grenadine or whatever. Fucking... Grenadine, whatever the fuck her name is. Some chick I've never heard of in my life. if Holly Holm wins, which she may or may not, well, I think that the winner of that should fight Amanda Nunes for the bantamweight title. I'm trying to think if there's any other bantamweight who could fight Nunes at this point. Miesha Tate's out. I guess Liz Carmouche could. That might be up there. Ronda Rousey's out. Holly Holm's there, but she's got to fight. So I'm interested to see what happens with that, man. Shout out to Amanda Nunes, dude. She fucking looked amazing. I just love her style. Like she just comes in there to beat your ass, and I love it. Now, Holly Holm is fighting this whatever. I don't even know her name. I'm just gonna call her Grenadine. She's fighting Grenadine, and I believe it's I fucked up. I believe it's at featherweight, right? It's going to be at 145. So Holly Holm is not fighting at bantamweight. I believe she's fighting at 145. And Chris Cyborg was supposed to fight in that weight class, but apparently she turned it down because she's having issues making weight. And there's just not enough 145ers. There's not enough females that weigh 145 to have a weight class bigger than 145. Like there's barely enough women for the 145 weight class. But the cool thing about that is that it was the same for the 135 as well before. That's why Ronda Rousey was the dominant face of women's MMA, because she was like the only 135er. She was the only bantamweight that was any good. She was fighting everybody and beating their asses. And but once that division started getting more talent, more skill, like Holly Holm, who's just a superior striker to Ronda Rousey got exposed. And then she got exposed badly. And then she quits, and not only does she get exposed for her lack of well-roundedness as a fighter, but she gets exposed for her lack of a strong mind, for her mental toughness, because she's a fighter. She's mean to her opponent. She's genuinely disrespectful before and after the fight, beats them in violent, brutal fashion. And then once she actually loses herself, then she runs into the corner. She does the Ellen show, which is it's fucking Ellen. Like, she's just gonna agree with you and pat you on the back and not challenge you at all. It's just a joke to me, man. So
I'm a champion. Winning is a mindset, so I always win. I never lose, even though I got knocked the fuck out after I was a total cunt to Holly Holm.
So I don't feel badly for Ronda Rousey. I think that she's a millionaire. She's still a pioneer of the sport. She's still a legend, I guess. But to be honest, she had a pretty sad ending in her MMA career. Now, fuck it, dude. She may come back, but dude, after that shit, man, I mean, she's just mentally not there. Like, the thing is too, like, before the event, people were talking about like, oh my God, Ronda looks in the best shape ever. She looks so jacked. Like, even Joe Rogan was marveling about it. Like, oh, she's so jacked. Look at her arms. Look at her back. The muscle. You know, yeah, granted, she looked good, but dude, oh my God! Like once round one started, I mean, oh my God, she became a punching bag. There was zero head movement, no kind of footwork. There was no circling. There was no angle changing. There was no level changing. There was no aggression. There was no spark in her movement, and she was super slow and just, yeah, like you saw what happened. Dude, her head just got fucking dribbled, man. Jesus. So, anyways, yeah, that was bad. So, I'm interested to see what's the next big fight. Yeah, it's the I guess the Holly Holm fight. No. The next fight is going to be Yair Rodriguez versus BJ Penn. Now, BJ Penn has been off for a while. I want to say his last fight, from what I recall, was, I would look this up, but my computer's all fucked up. I want to say was when he fought Nick Diaz, and Nick Diaz beat his ass. Nick Diaz fucked him up in a decision, just punch after punch after punch. Just, it was bad. And he's gonna fight this guy named Yair Rodriguez, and Yair Rodriguez is a Mexican gentleman. He's a featherweight. That's 145, and he is one of my favorite fighters to watch. Period. He's El Pantera Rodriguez, and this motherfucker is like, he's doing. He's got a Taekwondo striking base, traditional martial arts striking base, like with his kicks. He's very good at utilizing his kicks to create distance and to hit you from tricky angles. He does a lot of unpredictable things like cartwheels or like jumping flip kicks or like flying roundhouse kicks. Like you saw what he did to Andre Fili. He in round number 2, he caught him with this jumping roundhouse kick where he faked with the right leg and then landed his left foot on Andre Fili's jaw and just dropped him instantly. And this guy is very athletic and talented. So I personally, in my honest opinion, I think that BJ Penn is going to lose this fight. I mean, as a fan, I would like to see him win just because he's a legend and he's had so many amazing fights and so many amazing victories in the past. But dude, Yair Rodriguez is so much younger, so much more explosive, faster. I don't know if probably more talented. This kid's so young and he's a sponge. This is all he does is train. So, and his takedown, dude. When Yair Rodriguez wants to take you down, he takes you down, man. He has no problem like jumping in, taking dudes down, jumping in, kicking your face, knocking you out. I just don't see BJ Penn controlling the fight. I just see Yair as the faster, more skilled, more athletic, stronger, more confident guy. I feel like BJ Penn is, again, I could be wrong, but I also saw this thing, Diego Sanchez made this post about, he was like driving his car, he was sending a message to his friends about, like, I'm not going to come party this New Year's. I'm not going to go to Denver and party with my friends. I'm going to stay here and train because he thinks he has a feeling that something big is coming in 2017. And Diego Sanchez is a fucking awesome fighter too. This guy puts everything on the line, gives zero fucks when he steps in there. He comes in there to kill you. It's like fighting an animal probably. Like this guy is like fighting a fucking loose, unleashed animal. And the only way to beat him is to put him away. Like you have to knock this guy out or break his neck or something. And even then, if you break his neck, he's probably still come for you. So the ref has to stop the fight. And, you know, I was listening to him talk, and I was looking at his eyes and his face, and kind of judging him a bit. And he just, again, like he looks like one of these guys that he just looks like he's been hit too many times. And I you know, it's sad. It's sad because he just seemed punch drunk. He seemed slow to talk. He seemed like his eyes weren't quite there. He just didn't look quite there. Now, I know that Diego Sanchez is a very intense guy anyway. He's very out there anyway. He's very unorthodox with his ways of thinking anyways, but it wasn't that. It was like he's been hit in the head too many times and been punched in the jaw, knocked down or knocked out too many times, dude. And I could just tell, and I think he's another one of these guys that, in my opinion, it might be best for his health to just put it down and not fight again. Then again, I understand that that's his passion and that's what he's got in life and that's what he loves. So, like of course, I like to see him come back, but I want to see him come back and do well. I don't want to see him come back and get Ronda Rousey. Oh, dude. You know that's gonna be a fucking staple term now, dude. You're gonna get Rousey. Oh man, don't fuck with that guy, man. He's gonna Ronda Rousey you, or no. I guess you would have to say that you're gonna get Ronda Rousey. That guy will Amanda Nunes you. So, or you guys gonna holy hold me, man. Just whatever you do, don't get Rousey. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. She's a person too, guys. She has feelings. So that's it for UFC talk. That's it for MMA talk. It would be cool to have a guest on the show who knows MMA and UFC. Actually, the dude I had on before, his name was Kevin. This guy Kevin Baylor. He actually has a martial arts background himself, but we didn't really get into talking about it. Next time he's on the show, though, if he would like to join, which he's always welcome to. And his buddy Jim, if you're listening, I'd like to have you on the show at some point as well, dude. We just need a seat for you. We need a place for you to sit, sir. Because Jim is a very large gentleman, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible. He's a gentle giant, but seriously, dude, the plastic picnic chair ain't gonna cut it. So that's it for MMA talk. Yesterday I was in a coffee shop. And I was working on my sketching. I was practicing my sketch in my sketchbook, and you guys can see my Instagram post of my sketches I did yesterday. Just trying to get more proficient with shading and like drawing lines and being even and accurate. And came across this video on YouTube, pardon me, of Joe Rogan talking about this video he saw made by MTV called like what was it called? New Year's resolution for the white man or whatever. You guys might have heard of it. MTV stands for Music Television. It's this piece of shit TV station based in the States. And it stands for Music TV, but we all know they primarily just have like TV shows. They show little concerts. They show the urban life, hip life. You know, it's basically like for millennials, like liberal youth people, youth culture, the PC crowd, a lot of reality shows, bullshit like that. And so they make this video called, like I said, New Year's resolutions for white men or something along those lines. And basically it was premised on these people were on the video, and it was like there was a couple of white guys, but it was a lot of, you know, obviously non-white people. They were minorities, even though white people don't make up the majority of the country. I'm pretty sure now when I say the country, I mean America. I'm pretty sure white people, like the percentage of white men in America is roughly, and they said this on the Joe Rogan show, so I'm quoting them, is like 31% white men. So white women probably at this point, well, I guess white people are still. This doesn't count Mexicans that are undocumented. Well, not Mexicans. This doesn't count Latinos that are undocumented and other, not just Latinos, but other races as well. Obviously, illegal immigrants in America are not just confined to Latinos, but that's 100% the majority are Latino, but others can be like Russian, they could be Chinese, they can be Arabic, or, they could be from the Middle East or whatever, they can be African, they could even be Canadian, of course. So, that's not to say that Latinos are the only ones, but they're undeniably the majority of illegal immigrants coming in. I mean, like, come on, man. So let's call it like it is, guys. So the fuck, man. It's like 30. Yeah. So I guess white people are the majority for now, but soon enough they're not going to be the majority. And in fact, worldwide, white Europeans like myself. Like, white Europeans. I'm not talking about Middle Easterns. I'm talking about white Europeans, like blonde hair, blue eye, green eye people, whatever, light brown hair, whatever, all that shit. It's like 8% of the world's population. So white people are for sure not the majority at all. I think brown people are, just whether they're from South America, Asia, Middle East, Africa, all that shit. It's brown people, dude. But the argument is that white people need to basically get their shit together. You gotta check yourself, man. You got this stupid fucking entitled, racist as fuck little Latino bitch I said it, talking about you guys need to check yourself with your white privilege. With your white privilege. Okay, let's talk about white privilege for a second. Please tell me about white privilege when. In America, you can get a free scholarship to college because you're not white. Because I used to know this girl, her name was Megan, in Virginia, and she was cute and everything, actually, and she lived in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and she got a free college scholarship to William and Mary College, or the College of William and Mary, or whatever the fuck it is. It's like one of the first colleges ever in the United States. Very expensive, and she got a free one because she's because one of her grandparents is Native American. So and you know what? I think it's great that she got a free scholarship, but it's because of her ethnicity. See, white people cannot get free college because they're white. Now, I know that's maybe not the most hardcore example. I do not believe that all white men, because the video was targeted at white men, I do not believe that all white men in America have a privilege because they're white. The majority of white people in America, and y'all motherfuckers can look this shit up right now. Go ahead, Jamel. Look it up. Are poor. And I'm not yelling at anybody in particular. I'm just saying, like, they're fucking poor, okay? They're not financially well off, and they're not given a fuck about either by the government either, okay? They get called rednecks, dude. White people are racist to other white people too, dude. They're like, white people have been fucked over by other white people. Black people have been fucked over by, dude, everybody's been fucked over by white people, including white people. What about, how come nobody wants to talk about this? How come black people don't want to talk about Islam? They don't want to talk, yeah, man, I'm going to convert to Islam, yo. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. That's the black man, oh, that's the black man's religion. Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's have a seat. Let's hit the fucking rewind button and go back to the Arab slave trade, where they were cutting black guys' dicks off so they couldn't reproduce. It's the same fucking thing, guys. All right? It's the same shit. When you see a black person who talks, now I'm not saying they're all like, I'm saying when you see a black person who happens to be talking shit about white privilege, about white men, this and that, oh, they're taking over the world, they're fucking racist, man, with their white privilege, duper. Oh yeah, but I'm gonna praise Jesus. I'm gonna live my life based around what these evil white motherfuckers forced upon my ancestors hundreds of years ago. And oh wait, I'm gonna not be a Christian. I'm gonna be a Muslim brother, man. I'm gonna be in the Nation of Islam, which is by default a racist organization. The whole fucking thing is about black supremacy anyways. Once you say that your race is superior over others, you are fucking racist, dumbasses. So any motherfucker listening who is a supporter of the Nation of Islam, unsubscribe, go fuck yourself. Alright? Y'all motherfuckers are racist as fuck. But nobody says anything about it, right? Because that's not PC. Black people can't be racist. They can only be prejudiced. Latinos and Asians can't be racist. They can only be prejudiced, right? Because white people have all the power. That's their argument, is that white people are racist and only them because they have all the power. Oh, really? I live in Cambodia. Pretty fucking sure white people are not in power here. Pretty sure it's Cambodians. Oh, have you guys been to Uganda where black people are in power? Oh, they're slaying gay people, by the way. They're just slaying gay people. They're using Christian rhetoric to convince people that they need to kill homosexuals, male, female, whatever, on the streets. That they're the same as demons, that they're the same as pedophiles. In the name of a white man's religion. Okay? Another thing too about this video, about how white men need to check their privilege, and all this is doing is promoting racism. Because what it's saying is that, okay, we're not white, but it's okay for us to be racist to white people because we're just going to assume that they're all racist. So let's just say this again. So now what that means is that I have to be racist towards non-white people because they think that I'm racist. It just continues the fucking cycle. All this is doing is separating us even more. And there are white men in this video. These little fucking cuckolds, man. These are these little clean-shaven, goody two-shoes white boys who are yes men to non-white males, who go by the PC agenda, who would for sure do an interracial cuckolding. They let some black guy hit on their little white girlfriend. The black guy can take his fucking Pringles can out, stuff his white bitch right in front of him, while the white boy, the little punk ass, heartless, dickless, spineless fucking bitch motherfucking white boy can sit there and watch and jerk his little dick while his girl's getting fucked by this big ass black beast. That's the type of bitch motherfucker who would do some shit like that while you let all these people spread hate. Y'all letting these motherfuckers be racist towards white men, and you let them talk all this shit about us. Oh, it's fine. I'll just let them do it. The same shit is happening in Europe. All right? The same shit is happening in Europe where white people are basically in this position where, okay, well, if we do anything about people being racist towards us, then we're racist, man. Fuck them! They're being racist towards you. They're raping your fucking women. All these immigrants are coming into Europe. They're coming into America. They're fucking raping women. They're beating people up. You got gangs of black kids going up to innocent white people while they're not looking, punch them in the fucking jaw, knocking them out. But hey, we can't say shit. White people can't say shit, huh? Because we are privileged. Hey, well, it's not looking like it anymore, huh? It's not looking like it anymore, huh? So fuck all y'all motherfuckers who say that shit. And any white people listening who are fucking cucks, and when I say cuck, I mean like a white knight. I'm talking about somebody who you're just a bitch. You are just a little fucking bitch. You're with your girlfriend, you see some alpha male eyeing her up, you see a guy that's bigger, stronger, more threatening looking than you, and you just quiver. You're like, maybe I should let him fuck my girlfriend because I'm not a real man. My cock is so small, and I know that I'm not a real man, and I'm a fucking cuck. I'm a cuck for all these non-white racists who spread hate towards white men, saying that all of them are fucking privileged and that all of them have a fucking easy road in life, when those little bitch-ass motherfuckers don't know shit. I digress. Y'all can see how it pisses me off, too. Now, obviously, if I'm having a debate or I'm doing a show with somebody, I'm not going to be raising my voice and yelling. But y'all can hear the intensity in my voice. Y'all can hear the realness, man. All right, y'all motherfuckers need to stop spreading hate. Okay, I'm talking to MTV. I'm talking to any of these little bitches who make this stupid ass video spreading hate. All it's doing is promoting racism, and you're saying it's okay to be racist to white people because we're gonna be like, how can they not see this? You're being racist towards people because you think they're racist, which means that those people you think are racist are gonna by default be shitty to you now. It's just a never-ending cycle, you idiots. Ugh. Another thing too that gets to me too are gay pride parades. Like, you got these gay activist groups, like these LGBT, whatever the fuck they are, man. These fucking gay rights groups, and
we want to be taken seriously as people. We want to lick buttholes in public bathrooms and walk around in booty shorts and rollerblades, and wave our pom poms. And fucking make out and shit and ugh. Now listen, I'll be the first to tell you. Alright? There are certain men I enjoy having sex with. So I by default and just by lifestyle, I guess, or preference, I'm automatically gonna be put into that group. I'm automatically gonna be labeled within that LGBT. But I can tell you straight motherfucking up right now. Alright? Right now, it is 11:58 a.m. right now, that I do not relate or assimilate to that whole gay pride culture, that whole gay pride bullshit movement. It's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. It's just like when I see, white people in the States doing KKK rallies talking about we need to preserve the white race. Alright, fuck these niggers, fuck these fucking beaners, all the damn Jews, fags and queers, damn sodomites. Like, they are an embarrassment to white people. Whereas the people like me, if you want to call me gay or bi, I don't give a fuck what y'all motherfuckers call me. Fuck you. Call me whatever the hell you want, man. Whatever. I don't assimilate. It's like people, these gay rights, these gay groups, whatever, they're like, oh, we just want to be taken seriously. We want the same rights as straight couples and everything. Well, you don't see, now I'm not saying that there's not deviancy and there's not scummery and buggery in the straight underground world too. But let's be straight up and real. Nobody is as nasty as far as, like, my personal opinion. Like, gay dudes are like the nastiest people sexually. Like, not just because it's anal sex, but because some of them take it to this public level, like this animalistic level. Like, when do you hear about guys? I don't know, man. I have to make the best example here. Like, there's gay public sex, like in rest stops and truck stops. There's gay public sex in gyms. Like, there's gyms in certain parts of the world that are like 24/7 gyms that are open all the time. And these gyms are literally hotspots for gay orgies and shit.
Like it's because they're men and they have more testosterone and they're all want to fuck each other. So there's gonna be more of that going on, man. And as I've said too, I've had a couple of gay friends here in Phnom Penh who I hung out with for a length of time, and all they wanted to do was fuck me. And when I couldn't, and when they realized they couldn't have me, they started being mean to me, and they stopped being my fucking friends. So how do you think that makes me view gay guys and gay people in general? Not very fucking good. All right. And fuck the rainbow flag. I like rainbows. Now if I wear a rainbow, everybody wants to call me a fag. I thought it was cool. Gay people took it and they made it gay. All right? Yeah, I said it. All right? If gay people want to be taken more seriously and they want people to respect them, then they need to stop being so fucking gay, man. Stop being so like fucking flamboyant and just like, ugh. It's embarrassing. That's why people think gay men are so, like bitches and can't fight. And they're not real men. They're just these fucking little faggot sexual deviants, man. Anyways, guys, my coffee's starting to wear off. So I think... anyways, man, I'm about an hour right now. So that's about all I got to say, guys. I just wanted to recap UFC 207. Happy 2017, everybody. I'm going to be coming out with a B-hole number 8 this week. And also... I'm going to start putting music and songs into my show. I'm going to do just a couple like throughout the show, and it's going to be different songs that I like, so it'll be for y'all to listen to. And if not, just fast forward through it and go fuck yourself if you don't like it, guys. If you guys want to email me with any kind of fan questions, because I do want to get to a point in the show where I could do fan questions, have like a segment. It's thebholeshow@gmail.com. That's THEBSHO. Oh shit, I fucked up. God damn it. Kill myself. THEBHOLESHOW@gmail.com. Bitches. Don't email me at my nojokestriking@gmail.com address for the b-hole questions. Please email me at my b-hole. Send it to my b-hole, guys. Anyways, man, shout out to all my fans, my viewers. Shout out to Michael Skinner. Shout out to Jamel. I'd be very interested to have you on the show, sir. And I know that it would be a good time if you were on, man. So, all right, y'all. This has been the B-hole. I appreciate y'all joining me, and peace.